Before I start the video, I would like to give a massive shout out to my Patreons who have been supporting my channel. If you would like to check out my Patreon and receive early access to some very exciting videos coming soon, then please click the link in the description below.
Well, hello there everyone and welcome back to the Nerd Den here once again, and in today's video we are going to be looking at something very exciting, and this is to do with the Doctor Who scripts for most of the Whoniverse being available on the BBC Writers' Room website, which is really cool because there's only been a handful of scripts available recently. But now we've got everything on there, including from Doctor Who's modern revival era to the new Disney era. We've got stuff like Series 1, Series 2, Series 11, Series 12, Flux. It's really cool. And now we've got the 60th anniversary specials, the Church on Ruby Road, Torchwood, Class, the Sarah Jane Adventures. There's a lot of things on there for us all to read and kind of get some expanded thoughts and the original ideas for all these episodes, and some of these for the 60th specials and the Christmas special, the Church on Ruby Road, we will be going into today, which do give us a hint of things to come. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so this is an extract from the script for the Church on Ruby Road, and let's just get straight into it. So, Ruby, I don't know. It's dead. A woman in the crowd. A woman we've seen as Mrs. Meridew in Special 2. A woman we'll see a lot more of. Yells. Woman, give it some welly. Trudy, alright. I said sorry, okay? Woman. And, she continues the dialogue here. And we've all seen this in the episode anyway, so I'm not going to bother reading the rest of the dialogue here, but it's very interesting that the woman who, the actress, has also been in the second special, The Wild Blue Yonder, and she made a reappearance in the Church on Ruby Road. So, who is this character? Could it be the monk? Because I've seen this theory going around, and it's a very interesting little bit of a description here. Obviously, with scripts, we get a little bit more of an exposition as well for the, the action part of the script. So that's really cool there. But let's move on now. Thank you for joining me on Twitter for putting up this extract. But let's move on to the Wild Blue Yonder script. Now, with the Wild Blue Yonder, I was scrolling through this one and just, enjoying reading this because I always wanted to know about the Wild Blue Yonder. What was, the original ideas and stuff like that, because I remember there was a lot of hype around this special. I personally still enjoyed it. Some people said it was overhyped or whatever, but I still really enjoyed this special. But anyway, let's have a read. So, the TARDIS clanks, jolts and grinds. The Doctor steps back. Oops, okay, yes. And then the TARDIS seems to moan. The Doctor fascinated. Donna says, is it working? The Doctor says, I think so. Strange. He reaches out, touches the TARDIS, wondering. And that strange will come back to haunt him one day. But for now. So, is the TARDIS actually broken? Could we be seeing a story, whether it be in Season 1 or Season 2, where the TARDIS is actually broken and maybe the Doctor has to, maybe go to seek help from another Time Lord, or perhaps journey into the TARDIS, if you pardon the pun for the episode title from Series 7. But imagine, that the TARDIS is broken and the Doctor feels a bit of guilt, perhaps. I don't know, but it is a little bit strange. And I guess it would add some more depth into why a little bit of coffee spilt on the TARDIS would suddenly cause it to go to the far corners of the universe. So, very interesting. And now this one, I'm going to try and read through it all, because this is the 15th Doctor audition piece, and this was written in December 2021, obviously by Russell T Davies, and this features the character Robin with the Doctor, and I'm guessing Robin is like the temporary companion or whatever, but it's cool here that this is basically like a companion introduction episode. Obviously we didn't get Robin as a companion here, but there's some very interesting bits of dialogue which I'm going to be going through. Obviously a lot of this is just, exposition and just your normal chit-chat. There's a reference here to The Chase, which is pretty cool because Bradley Walsh is obviously the main presenter. Obviously he played Graham O'Brien in the Jodie Whittaker era of the show. But anyway, let's continue scrolling down because there is a little bit of dialogue coming up here. It's here. So, the Doctor is talking to Robin here, and he says, obviously describing the TARDIS, it's a time machine. It travels in time and space because I'm not from Earth, I'm a Time Lord. I came from another universe, but the Time Lords adopted me, and that's my heritage now. The very last Time Lord in existence. So, let's talk about this one in particular, and obviously touch upon the other scripts as well. Now, I have got to say, this part of the script for the audition piece is very interesting because a lot of people have been suggesting that certain dialogue with the toy maker in the giggle with making a jigsaw about the Doctor's history could, technically retcon the timeless child or the half-human stuff. Basically, any controversial moments that happen in Doctor Who where they try and change up what the show is and all that stuff. Now, I'd still be open for that to be a possibility. I think that would be very interesting and kind of leaving it open to what parts of the Doctor's history that the toy maker had actually changed. But I do think, personally, that the Timeless Child story arc will definitely be in Doctor Who moving forward. But I don't think we will get any further developments on it. I think the Timeless Child story arc has been seen as Russell as a way of kind of relating to the character of Ruby, as we all know, is adopted, and it kind of gives that background to the Doctor that, the Doctor's on his own, the Doctor doesn't really know who he is, and I think that adds a new dimension to the Doctor, which I personally do like to see, because we've known for ages, especially, for example, in Series 8, the Peter Capaldi episode, we did see that the Doctor was alone, abandoned, and stuck in a shed. He was left away from all the other children and Time Lords. So I think that sense of abandonment and kind of what Ruby was going through as well, with the Timeless Child story arc adding that little bit of an extra dimension, I think that is really cool, in my opinion. But I know, obviously, people will probably be upset that this hasn't been fully retconned, but I don't think we will get any further developments that Chris Chibnall probably intended to do. But in terms of the other stuff, the Wild Blue Yonder script is very interesting because it mentions that the TARDIS is broken, obviously, that we see in the episode, but that it's not fully fixed and that it will come back one day. Same with that mysterious character as well that appeared in Special 2, obviously the Wild Blue Yonder itself, and then the Church on Ruby Road. I personally think we could be seeing a female version of the Monk, because let's think about the Monk popping up in various points in history. I think that would be, that's the Monk to a T, so I would love to see that happen. But who knows what could happen in the future of Doctor Who. There's a lot of things that are changing about the show. It's kind of moving away, not fully away from the science fiction side of the show, but it's also adding a fantasy element as well, which I think will be a bit of a game changer, and it will certainly mix up the rule book. But I'm open to that as long as it definitely doesn't move away from its science fiction roots. But I can't imagine it will do, because you can't have Doctor Who without its sci-fi. So yeah, and also as well, I want it to have that grounded realism as well, because that's what worked so well in the Russell T Davies era of the first time round. So obviously having it the second time round, which we have seen already, I think it will work a treat. But with that being said, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. If you are new around here, please click that like button and subscribe for more nerdy content, because I'm trying to reach 10,000 subscribers, which I would love to reach by the end of the year. The channel has kind of slowed down a little bit, obviously, because I did stop uploading when I was ill and there was lack of news and all that stuff. But I'm getting back into the swing of things. I've got videos planned, and I'm just having a bloody good time making content and talking about Doctor Who. So it would mean the world to me if you could share this video with friends and stuff like that. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for all the support, and take care. Love you all, and peace.